I can't make this stuff up, kids.
What?
This is true. His name, Ramesh Advani. I'm sure I'm mispronouncing that. Okay. And you know what? I personally don't care.
Call
given
the
yeah, exactly. Jailbird. I know how to pronounce that. Ramesh Advani was arrested by the FBI when Flight 98 landed at Newark Liberty Airport. Now get this. The woman and 2 witnesses described the encounter on the flight from Hong Kong. Flight was coming in to New Jersey from Hong Kong. That's why they were able to get a blanket. Okay. That's the way they were able to get a blanket. Now get this. Advani allegedly touched the woman's private areas.
Yikes.
I'm not going to get too graphic in the description, but we know what the private areas are: groin, inner thigh, all that good stuff. And all the while he was doing this, underneath the blanket, he moved napkins around the inside of his pants. This is according to court papers.
Yeah.
2 passengers witnessed the alleged sexual assault. They kicked the woman's chair in an attempt to wake her up.
Why didn't they just kick him?
I don't know.
What?
And the woman's passed out. Investigators would not say if the woman had taken sleeping pills or other medication for the international flight. Advani is expected to be arraigned in Newark Federal Court later today. It happened today. He's already got an attorney. He's looking at 3 years in prison. So there's a lot of there's a lot of morals to this story. You know what? When I get on airplanes, I don't like to fly. I pop a Xanax or 2, leave it at that,
7.
or 7. Yeah,
whatever it takes.
Exactly. Now, I know that people are trying to sneak on their carry-ons. Everybody's being charged for these in this day and age.
Sure.
Just want to let everybody out there know the carry-on's probably not going to be between the legs of the traveler next to you underneath the blanket. Right. So that excuse isn't going to fly in a court of law.
What are you rumbling in your pocket for with these napkins? So people could hear all that rustling in his pockets, but they couldn't wake the woman up?
The napkins were not in his pockets.
They were in her
The napkins were around. He was moving the napkins around inside of his pants. I think you know what was going on there. And if you don't, you know what was going on there. That doesn't need any explanation.
Okay, guys. Anybody that sees me, passed out sleeping on a plane and there's some frisky activity going on with someone else, please wake me up. Don't try, or kick the assailant. That's fine. Don't try to kick my chair. Wake me up. I'm fine with it.
Exactly. So these 2 passengers, they tried to take care of the situation by kicking the chair. I think I would have done a lot more. And in fact, we are here on Unfiltered. Guess where you're going, Ramesh? I know you've got an attorney. I know you're out on bail. And again, we don't do it Lindsay Lohan style here. You're not going to be cavorting around Paris, France, going to parties, taking photographs with cocaine at your side. You're going in the dungeon.
Is he trying to be a part of the Mile High Club or something?
I have no idea what he was trying to do.
You have to be invited to do that.
Exactly. And there's not any napkins down in the dungeon, so if you're going to take care of business down there, you're going to have to figure out another solution. So Ramesh Advani, you're in the dungeon. I already feel better.
Good.
I already feel a little bit better now that
putting a couple creeps down in the dungeon usually does that, right?
Always makes me feel good. The dungeon's getting awfully loaded up here lately. A lot of misbehaving people out there.
Absolutely.
Well, speaking of misbehaving people, we're going to get to a couple here in the show. Some more. There's a lot of stuff. Let's just do a quick Hollywood check-in.
Cool.
I know last night was the finale of Celebrity Apprentice, and we've talked about Bret Michaels here quite often over the past month, just because we wanted to send him love as he was suffering his brain hemorrhage. And then he got out, and we congratulated him, and he was on Oprah and all of that stuff. Didn't know if he was going to make it to the final of Celebrity Apprentice. He did it last night. Actually won. Let's give Bret Michaels a round of applause. Can we get a quick round of applause for Bret Michaels? He beat Hollywood Robinson Pete.
Yes, he did.
There was some, and I have to admit, I don't watch the show.
Did you call her Hollywood?
No, I said, did I say Hollywood? I'm sorry.
It's okay.
There you go. Robinson Pete.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
She's
a loser. He's the winner. Exactly. Losers, you don't get your name accurate.
Second place.
Bret Michaels won, and their final, what do they call them? Their tasks. The final task was to create a new flavor and marketing campaign for Snapple. Mr. Michaels got $250,000. Now, all of these are celebrities. They don't get to pocket the money. It goes to a charity. He gave his funds to the American Diabetes Association. Yes, congratulations, Bret.
Good for you. You're right.
We love it. And he suffered another stroke, and things keep going up and down. Let's just all send out some good vibes to Bret Michaels, because I don't know about you, but I would love to have another Poison album released. I just don't think my life would be complete if there was not another Poison album released. So let's hope that he can get back to kicking it.
He was on Rock of Love, right?
Rock of Love.
Yeah. So from Rock of Love to the winner of the latest Celebrity Apprentice.
Exactly.
And Out of the Hospital. How good is that? You're having a good 2010 so far, man. That's good.
Well, everybody knows I go to websites all day long. Of course, while I'm working, everyone knows I have a day job, so I'll just flip in, and I do this, of course, during my assigned break times. I would never do this when I should be working.
Absolutely.
I go to all the websites, drudgereport.com, Huffington Post, CNN, MSNBC. I'm on MSNBC.com earlier.
Okay.
And, it's the typical stories that are going on following the oil spill. There were some rates released about mortgages and information and how April home sales has surged and all of this stuff that affects everybody, important things out there in the world.
Cool.
And then all of a sudden, in red, across the top of the screen, which usually happens when there's been an air crash or an earthquake or a flood or a typhoon, things of that magnitude in nature, is usually where they put the breaking story in the red strip at the top of the website, at least on MSNBC.com. Red stripe comes up. I'm like, what could be going on?
What now? Yeah.
What now? Well, Lindsay Lohan. All of this stuff is going on, and they ran her court appearance live. There it was at the top of MSNBC.com.
Wow.
I'm serious. I couldn't believe it myself that this was, being put above an oil spill, plane crashes, and all of this other stuff. But it was.
It's like a Senate confirmation hearing, but they threw a Lindsay Lohan getting some ankle bracelet.
Exactly. It was it really was like that.